As we look forward to warmer weather, and it will eventually get here, we have a warning about a debilitating disease that's on the rise around the nation, including Virginia.
Symptoms of Lyme include fever, fatigue, joint pain, and from there, infections can spread to the heart and nervous system. Tonight, 10 on Your Side is asking why a disease that affects so many people is so hard to diagnose.
It was exhausting.
I don't know what happened. I just started crumbling.
It was so bad that I could hardly lift my hands over my head to brush my hair.
You almost think that maybe I am crazy.
A heavy load of human suffering carried on the back of the smallest of creatures, the black-legged tick. A bite from this dot-sized menace can transmit Lyme disease.
It can remain attached to you for a week and you'll never even feel it.
And Lyme can be even more difficult to diagnose.
I was tested for things like lupus. I was told I could have fibromyalgia or chronic fatigue syndrome. I was told I could have severe depression.
That's how Sabrina Zimring of Virginia Beach began her journey 6 years ago when living in Florida. She saw numerous specialists before she was finally diagnosed with Lyme.
They can be exposed to it and never develop symptoms. It can be mildly symptomatic in people, or it can cause an illness which is long-lasting and causes numerous complications.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reports 30,000 cases of Lyme diagnosed every year in the U.S., but acknowledges those numbers could be 10 times higher. Virginia's in the top third of states for confirmed Lyme cases. Why is there such a discrepancy in those numbers?
Because health departments across especially the Lyme endemic states of the United States don't have the resources to investigate every case.
Dr. David Gaines is an entomologist with the Virginia Department of Health.
We only put out a list of the cases that have been tested with the right test to investigate. So we're already eliminating maybe 75 to 80% of the cases of the people with positive Lyme results.
Most doctors I've encountered and a lot of people I run across in my day-to-day who have had Lyme experiences find physicians who will only follow what is the CDC recommendation of oral antibiotics.
Zimring's symptoms returned after 2 rounds of treatment. She finally found a doctor who prescribed a stronger dose of antibiotics, administered over a period of time through a PICC line in her arm.
We're on the edge of the end of the antibiotics era.
And then there's an alternative. Dr. Donald LaBelle, a doctor of chiropractic in Virginia Beach, practices auricular therapy.
This is another way of looking into the body using the ear to gain that insight. It's like a window into the body.
Instead of focusing on one specific disease, Dr. LaBelle says he treats the body, rebuilding the immune system. Dr. LaBelle's first patient, his wife Sheila, after another doctor diagnosed her with Lyme.
I did what the doctor told me. I did the antibiotics 3 times a day for 3 weeks. Not so great of a result.
Then Dr. LaBelle began the auricular therapy on his wife by measuring acupuncture points on the outer ear through microcurrent electrical stimulation.
He saw that as the months went on, I was starting to get well.
And while treatment philosophies differ among medical professionals, Sabrina Zimring's symptoms are mostly gone after a 2-month round of IV antibiotics.
But there are days, and I will tell you, if anything is worse than the days, it's the fear of what if it comes back.
And that's the fear many share as more of Hampton Roads becomes developed. Health officials say Lyme can spread too because deer, which carry the black-legged tick, are sharing habitat with new neighborhoods. So it seems the best way to fight Lyme is preventing those tick bites in the first place. You can find a list of symptoms of Lyme and prevention tips all on WAVY.com.